Ah, okay, okay. I gotcha. I gotcha. I was thinking the same thing. I like that you guys picked Adon. It was going to be my preferred choice. I would have went with dementia, but I kind of like me. I'm kind of if I was going to be a duke somewhere, it'd be mania. Seems like maybe a little easier to manage than dementia. All right. Let us inform Lord Sheogoth, Prince of Madness, of our choice. Here he is chilling like a dapper villain, with a mustache to twirl and a cane to lean on. A cane with a. Does he have an eyeball on his cane? Excuse me, sir. I want to see if you have an eyeball on your cane. I thought I saw an eye. All right, anyhow.
You're back! How nice for you! Does that mean you've made a decision?
Maybe I'm not telling.
Suicidal? Just let me know.
You're the last person that I would let know if I was depressed. Because I just think that you would take advantage of me. I don't know what it is. You know, you got that warm glow about you, those beautiful, loving eyes, just look of compassion and joy and peace about you, but there's just something's off. I don't know what it is. But
A friendly word of warning before you choose. Once you've decided which duke to replace, there's no turning back. One choice. No more. No less. Try not to do something stupid. So which is it? What will it be? Mania? Dementia? The suspense is killing me! Or you, if I have to keep waiting.
no ducking the dukedom unless you're willing to put your dukes up. Yeah, it's like what I did there. That is why you need to subscribe to my channel. It's little moments like that off the cuff, just that make it worth it. I think. Okay, so according to your vote, you chose Thedan,
A safer
Duke of Mania.
Maybe you'll
Madness.
Théoden's a bit lost these days. Not that it's a bad thing. It suits him. Until now. Besides, won't it be a grand surprise when you make his heart burst from too much green moat? Théoden loves surprises.
Oh, you're such a charmer. Okay, Satan. Okay, Grey March.
It'll be in full swing soon. Excited? You shouldn't be. It's the death of all things. But if we can get you into shape, we might stand a chance. You'll lead my forces, inspire my people. Hopefully, everyone won't end up dead.
I don't know. Like, this whole Grey March thing is supposed to lead to order eventually. So maybe, like, the passage, maybe they become more and more insane as they get closer and closer to order until something snaps, and maybe, that what he's concerned about is there'll be some people that will die due to insanity on the path, the Grey March path. But the idea is eventually that will trigger an event that will lead everyone back to sanity. So I don't know if that's like a splash of cold water in the face, a little bit of a dose of reality or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But Jiggalag's the Daedric Prince, the Daedric Prince of Extreme Order, which is probably scary in itself because there's probably not a lot of freedom. And Sheogorath is the Daedric Prince of Madness and Disorder, and he's the complete opposite. So it's so much free will that people end up indulging in insanity somehow. They just can't strike that balance, I guess. So, what about this Jiggalag guy?
He'll be here soon, and I'll be gone. Can't say I like the sound of that. I like the sound of other things, though, like birds and bones cracking.
Right, yep.
Théoden may be in a constant state of euphoria, but I wouldn't underestimate his intelligence. This is so much fun!
If you say so.
We will speak when your task is complete.
When my task is complete, we will speak. Ooh, I smell some butterflies in here. There's our two pastors or priests or whatever you want to call them. Okay. It's a beautiful day in Mania. Actually, while we're here, why don't we take a little trip into the missing pauldron? Oh, that's gorgeous. Look at the light. It's almost cathedral-esque. Okay, let's see. I'm intrigued by this armor here. It's like this kind of beetle bug armor that's supposed to be light armor, but it's made out of a material called amber, and he's the only guy in the realm that can forge it. Apparently can't sell me these, but he can forge amber armor. Dumag Grobonk. Mr. Bonk.
Hello, I'm Dumag Grobonk, best and prettiest smith in town. I know the secret art of forging amber. Here, take this list. It explains what I need.
Amber, huh?
Amber is a resin found in root system tunnels and on gnarls. When treated properly, it is especially suited to lightweight weapons and armor. I alone know the ancient art of forging amber. I can even craft you magical items.
Would be very kind of you.
How can I help you?
Well, we happen to have amber on us, so let's just go forward. Just mysteriously have amber on us. I definitely did not use cheat codes. But for sure. Okay. Boots.
Now you know what they say about the size of a man's boots.
It's got big hands.
What do you require? That's a big chest you've got there. You need any help getting this thing on? How can I help you? You know what they say about the size of a man's hands?
It's got big boots.
How can I help? Here you go. I shaped these to your exact measurements.
Oh, come on!
Help getting them on.
Oh, come on! Settle down. Focus on your job.
What do you Don't know why you'd want to cover up that gorgeous head of yours, but here you go. How can I strap this shield onto that big arm of yours?
I was wondering how he's gonna deal with the shield. Right, you son of a...
Smacking an idiot in the head a few times is the surest way to win an argument, my mama used to say. See you.
Hopefully not seeing you anytime too soon. Was that one innkeeper's wife?
How are you, pal?
Oh, there he is. Okay. Buddy, oh pal. Pal, oh buddy. Yeah, I don't know that... Okay, I'm just... You know what? Fine. Whatever. These are my citizens that I'm gonna rule here. In the near future. Yeah! Uh-huh. Pretty cool. Yeah, I like it. Pretty awesome. Kind of like a bug armor or something. Let's not go to Crucible.
Greetings.
Greetings. Sorry, one of my soon-to-be citizens.
Yes?
How's it going, buddy? You look a little glum for Mania.
Tilsa Araleth has quite a collection of things for sale at Common Treasures.
You don't say.
If I were you, I'd check with Thaden's steward, Wide-Eye.
Ah.
You can usually find her roaming around New Sheoth, or spending a lot of time on the palace grounds.
Right, pursed lips, man. Oops, ow. How's it going? Mania just has kind of an exuberance that's just kind of, I don't know, it's colorful. I miss that in games. They just don't make games colorful anymore. It's all that kind of grayscale, sepia tone, kind of, I don't know. You see it in all the movies and video games. Everything is kind of bland. How zany this is. This is just romantically colorful. Look at the oh, gorgeous mushrooms. It's like autumn and spring all wrapped up in one. I just kind of want to get a good exploration of my realm. Ooh, I like that little, got some kind of thing on her head. It's got a gem or whatnot. There should be some town here somewhere. It's so cool. It's the Mushroom Hill. Let's just take a quick look-see. This icon's so weird. Now let's go ahead and for funsies, let's see if we can find some gnarls and slice and dice them. Because I did that for about an hour yesterday. Actually, I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but yeah, I streamed. I became dementia, but I streamed about 2 hours worth of content yesterday and discovered that my mic wasn't on. It's pretty. It's pretty. Took a little trip to dementia there. Gremites seem to be in either realm. These like toady kind of creatures, and I've seen some gnarls in Mania, but they tend to favor dementia more. That'd be cool if it was more intimate, interdimensional, instead of just like for instance, like it could perpetually rain in one realm and not rain in another, and just different. You know, I mean, I guess over enough distance it can, but it just. Oh, here's one of those knights. How dare you bring order to my realm? I have at thee. Oh, this armor is working out. Pretty cool. Dare you try to bring order to chaos? You crazy?
Ah! Oh!
Nice try, buddy. It's kind of weird that in Oblivion, the main game, you're trying to shut all these Oblivion gates, which is like gates into hell. And then in this game, y'all dead? Okay. In this game, you're like, because you're in like a kind of a realm of Oblivion, you're definitely in a Daedric Prince's realm. So it's definitely interesting that the goal here is just, you know, it's in the Oblivion, you're stopping chaos from entering the realm. In the Shivering Isles, you're stopping order from entering the realms. It's a total, you know, pretty novel. Oh, what's this? Dunroot Burrow. Okay. The Sanctum of Decadence. Yeah, this is where we... You know what? I'm not totally against going after King Théoden, Duke Théoden, or whatever. Oh, that's cool looking. Praying mantis spiders. I'm not totally against getting rid of Duke Théoden, because he did get me high on some substance. I forget what it was. And we were running around that burrow back there, trying to get more fixes. And if we the withdrawal would kill us eventually. So I can't say it's necessarily the sweetest guy who's never, you know, never stepped on an ant or something. It's so romantic. All this weird flora. Speaking of the flora, oh, that's a gorgeous view. You can see the coast off in the distance. I hear something. Want to come over here and tell me that? That guy's like casually in movies where the gangsters are holding their gun sideways, just kind of lazily shooting. So it's up with that guy. Okay. So pretty. Well, since we're here, let's take a look-see. Let's just go through and read a little bit, get into the lore of the flora and fauna. Let's do the Shivering Apothecary, the flora of the Shivering Isles. The Shivering Apothecary, author Cinda Amentius. Many, many things. Wet things and dry things. Things from plants, things from animals, things from stone and sky and tree and man and myrrh. So many beautiful things for potions. All of them there for the taking, waiting to be plucked and put to use. Grind me, take my essence, and turn me into something wonderful, they cry out to me. I have given my life to finding so many of the wondrous things of Damriel, and now the things that lie beyond. The realm of the mad god, dangerous and beckoning, has so many new things to offer that I have trembled with excitement over it. I stop to take note of what I have found, so that I may not forget it in the coming days, when I spend my time searching, mixing, and discovering. The apprentice marrow. The apprentice will find that marrow from the shambles and fins from the scallions merge to make a deadly poison that strikes at one's heart, damaging the health of those who ingest it. Many a blade did I sink into the wet flesh and dry bone to learn this. What I have found pleases me. Flame stalks and the very essence of flesh anthrax can be mixed by even a novice to counter that damage, as one can drink a potion made from these two and feel healthy again. The expert may find that rather than risk himself against those walking monstrosities, the screaming maw can be used instead. I think the screaming maw is a mushroom. For magica and without magica, where would I stand now? The ichor of Electra can be mixed with withering moon by novice, or thorn hook by journeyman. No explorer in the Shivering Isles should go forth without looking for these. The tongue of a hunger. I think a hunger is a Daedric demon. By itself a marvel of anatomy, can be eaten to cure poisons or matched with withering moon to cure disease. I cannot help but wonder what disease would be so dire as to risk one's life against a hunger. I have been most pleased to find that the expert alchemist, rot scale, and worm's head cats can be mixed to paralyze one's enemies. This has proven most useful in extracting ingredients from the Isle's less cordial residents. Yeah, I know this game, we didn't really, the Oblivion playthrough, we didn't really dabble in alchemy very much, but I vote, we'll see how you guys feel about it, but I vote we get into alchemy more in the other games, and just, that opens up a whole world of wealth and abilities. It's just a little more, a little more time, a little more challenging, but should be interesting. Let's go over the bestiary, the fauna. Namlier's shivering bestiary, Namlier Esprink. For my good friend and colleague, Ben Ristwi, who protects the creatures of all the realms, although my early education involved an extensive research into all forms of fauna, nothing prepared me for the surprises I've uncovered while exploring the Shivering Isles on the great expedition. Even though I lived here all of my life, I am just now discovering how wonderful and unique the creatures of the Isles can be. The expedition was an extensive 6-year exploration of every nook and cranny of the Isles in an attempt to categorize the indigenous fauna and record this information back for posterity and science. Below, I've done my best to describe each creature in detail. Please note that this information was obtained at the cost of many lives, and this work should be regarded as the most complete and definitive reference of its kind. The Ballywog. The Ballywog is an extraordinarily ugly aquatic-dwelling creature that frequents the lakes, rivers, and bogs of the Shivering Isles. Although some Ballywog, or wog, and those they're like grummites, but they're like lizard grummites, so like on all fours. We've ran into some Ballywogs. You can see in earlier videos. They're pretty weird. As some locals call it, walks on all fours. It should by no means be considered stupid or docile. A fully grown adult Ballywog can deliver a nasty blow from its claws or a potentially deadly bite from its razor-sharp teeth. The lethality of this beast comes not from the actual damage it can deliver, but from the horrible diseases it seems to generate. Also of note is the Ballywog's uncanny ability to regenerate when immersed in water. From our observations, that's pretty crazy. I haven't seen one do it, but that's pretty crazy. It's best just to avoid these brutes, although it said some of them carry flawless pearls in their bodies. Ooh, that could help us with some of our quests earlier. There's one quest for some guy who was asking us to look for some pearls, though it's not known why they would swallow them or what use they may serve to the creatures. Electra. The Electra are large insect-like creatures, indigenous to much of the Isles. Although there's a marked color difference between the northern Mania variety and the southern Dementia variety, They're remarkably similar in behavioral patterns and physical makeup. The Electra pose a serious threat to the casual traveler, as they have two interesting mechanisms that benefit them in combat. The first is their uncanny ability to block weapon attacks. Through my observations, I have deduced that they utilize their antennae as an early warning. Those might be those weird praying mantis spider creatures. I think. I can't remember their name. I think it's Electra, maybe. To detect incoming attacks, say from a sword, blade, or arrow, the antenna sends a signal to their brains, and they instinctively lift their arms to block. Their second ability is a natural venom in their sting. This venom is very deceiving, as it is a very low yield, but its real deadly nature comes from the duration. Gone unchecked, the venom can slay the average man over a period of hours. Especially deadly is the Electra matron's venom, which can last much longer than the poisons found on the lesser varieties of the creature. The flesh antroc, that was like what the gatekeeper was in the beginning of the first time we went to the Shivering Isles. To get to the main part of the Shivering Isles, we were in this in-between place, and we had to fight a flesh antroc, which was huge. One of the most unusual creatures in the Isles, the flesh antroc appears as sewn together conglomeration of skin and muscle adorned with mystical symbols and it's like a golem of sorts, like a flesh golem. Mystical symbols and wearing an iron collar. They're pretty cool. Although it's uncertain whether Sheogorath or some other Daedric prince created this creature, it's obvious that its intent was to use them as guardians. Usually found inhabiting underground ruins, the flesh antroc will defend areas it's set to guard until it's destroyed. A unique visual feature of this creature is the energy spots located on its body. These colored areas seem to glow with the inner light and denote the power of the antroc. Increasing order of magnitude, these seem to be yellow, purple, and red. The function for these spots is still a mystery, but from my observations, I suspect them to be a magic dampening gland of some kind. As expected, the flesh antrocs are all completely impervious to disease and poison, and highly resistant to fire and frost. The magic seems to affect them adversely, which appears to be their largest weakness. The purple and red varieties also seem to possess innate magic abilities, including healing and fireballs. The Gnarl is what we're currently hunting just for kicks, to get maybe a little bit of amber, but just to kind of explore the Isles since we got all of our amber armor already. Perhaps the strangest creature of all is the Gnarl, or the walking tree, as it's sometimes called. Like the Electra, this animated plant can be found roaming. Well, maybe Electra is not what I think it is. I don't know. We'll have to look around. Can be found roaming almost anywhere in the Isles. One of Sheogorath's truly unique creations, the Gnarl has a most unusual trait of being able to use magic cast upon it and harness that power to bolster its own defense. Once struck with fire, frost, or lightning, the Gnarl grows physically larger and becomes resistant to just that element for a short time. Interestingly, this is where the Gnarl's vulnerability comes into play. At the same time the Gnarl is resisting what element it was struck with, it becomes vulnerable to all of the other elements. Our guide on the expedition demonstrated this by striking the Gnarl with a flame arrow, then a frost arrow, and then back. So it seems to be weak to fast temperature changes, I guess, and so on. A Grummite is what we fight the most of, the most common in the Isle. The Grummite represents the only native weapon-wielding creature in the Shivering Isles. These primitive, aquatic-born humanoids are organized in tribal-like system. Though it is uncertain who or what they worship, it would be presumed that the Grummite worship Sheogorath, their creator. Oh, okay. I thought they predated Sheogorath, but maybe Sheogorath created them. But their religious totems don't seem to bear the Mad God's likeness. What is known is that they maintain a simple hierarchy, including shaman and boss Grummites who seem to command the rest. The Grummite have mastered the art of spellcasting, as well evidenced by Magnus Grummite, which can be quite deadly. Curiously, I think I've seen some of them turn invisible, which is pretty crazy. The Grummite possess a defensive mechanism similar to the Ballywog. When immersed in water, the Grimite will begin to regenerate damaged flesh. Unlike the Ballywog, this regeneration extends to rain as well, making them quite formidable on a stormy day. Wild, so they can just like regenerate in water. Weird. This aquatic healing ability leads me to believe that the Ballywog and the Grumite are somehow related, but even my extensive research has been able to come up with a solid connection. Hunger, and I think Hunger is a Daedra creature that you find in Morrowind too. If any creature represents the darker side of Sheogorath, it's the Hunger. These are pure-born Daedra creatures placed around the Isles as servitors and guards. The Hunger is not to be trifled with. It boasts superior speed and lightning reflexes, along with the primary ability of draining its victims' fatigue. My best advice when encountering this horrible creature is to give it a wide berth, or slay it quickly. Be wary, as it is said that conjuration magic exists that is able to summon the Hunger and unleash it upon the caster's foes. Yeah, Hungers are like these. Like, let's see if we can find one while we're just exploring the Shivering Isles, but they've got these weird, like, long mouths. A scallion. Another aquatic native of the Shivering Isles is the scallion. Looking strikingly similar to the upright ballywog, the scallion features its large fin-laden appendages and dorsal spines. These creatures are usually quite fearsome, lumbering slowly after its prey. Don't mistake its speed for its weakness, as the scallion has an incredible leaping attack that allows it to strike at its victims from a surprising distance. Another connection that it shares with the ballywog is the fact that its bite or claws can transfer disease to its victim. It's recommended that these creatures be dealt with all extreme range, with spells or missiles, as can be quite ferocious in close proximity. Shambles. The shambles appear to be some sort of undead construct, made of bone and lashed together with wire or bits of cloth. Oddly, the bones used in their makeup appear to have no correlation to one another. They might have skulls for kneecaps, or leg bones for arms. To cite a few examples, the shambles may be undead, but they pursue any victim as if they were a predator chasing down its prey. Like the undead bony brethren, the shambles is fully resistant to disease, poison, and paralysis. However, they possess unique resistance to all frost magic. Furthermore, upon death, the shambles will explode in a spectacular shower of frost. This ability seems to be added by its creator as an interesting last-ditch defense mechanism. This fact was initially unknown to me, and one of our best guides lost as hammer struck the fatal blow. If you intend to combat these deadly undead creatures, be certain to carry frost protection or destroy them at range. Skinned Hound. Sounds gnarly. These nasty undead beasts are generally encountered inside and around the ruins that dot the Isles. The Skinned Hound is extremely fast, agile, and has an insatiable hunger for flesh. Unlike the flesh Antarok, it appears to be all skin and muscle that is roughly sewn together, but I am uncertain whether they are summoned or merely constructed. The Skinned Hound is not an adversary to be taken lightly. They feature an incredible invisible charging attack, not unlike a ghost, limited frost resistance, and complete immunity to disease and poison. This beast's weakness is fire. They don't seem intelligent enough to be frightened by it, but it's certainly very effective at dispatching them quickly. Though this work only touches upon the combat-related aspects of the creatures, I feel this is of primary importance to any traveler within the confines of the Shivering Isles. In future works, I will touch upon the other aspects of these creatures as a reproduction or creation, magical origins, and even some delicious recipes I discovered in my travels. My best advice when walking the roads and paths of the Isles is to remain ever vigilant and always prepared, knowing your foe can mean the difference between a gruesome death and survival. Interesting. Oh, it's gorgeous. Well, let's take a moment. I don't want to ruin this beautiful sunset, but I want to check something out before we get back on the main quest. There's something called the Hill of Suicides. I won't reveal what's there because I already checked it out on the stream that I tried yesterday, and and failed the attempt. But the because of the microphone. But the Hill of Suicides, there's some guy in Crucible that we did not indulge who wanted us to kill him, and he said that life would be better in the Hill of Suicides than in Crucible. And so it leads me to believe that the denizens of the Shivering Isles, or even at least Dementia, end up in the Hill of Suicides, you know, where they wander as ghosts. So I'm kind of intrigued to see what that looks like. Let's go down to this area here. We might encounter some of these other creatures while we're going around. See if we can identify them. There's a scallion. I don't think it had scallion. Okay, briefly. Oh yeah, yep. Yeah, it's like it's like a all these, the Ballywogs and the Grummites and the Scallions kind of look similar to me. The Scallions seem to be a bit taller and have these kind of weird, they're all kind of amphibian-like. It's got those weird appendages that glow in the dark, sort of like the what are those fish called? The deep in the Marina Trench at towards the bottom of the ocean, where it's there's no sunlight. The anglerfish has those like lury, like anglerfish, like glowing. You can see it from here glowing. Maybe it's designed to attract things to eat that are like, ooh, look at the shiny light. Let's like another scallion, maybe. Oh, there's a Ballywog. Walks on all fours. I can see why they'd say it looks kind of like a scallion. There's no angler. Kind of doing a little fauna exploration ourselves to learn more about the wildlife of Shivering Isles. But it almost has like a shoot. It's not an allosaur, is it? There's a type of dinosaur that has that's kind of thin on its back, and then it has these bony protrusions that might be dipped with poison. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a gnarl on our way. Who knows? It's so gloomy. That's quiet. Too quiet. If there's the Hill of Suicides. Oh no! How dare you! How dare you bring order to Sheogorath's realm? Come back here. It's a weird kind of spin. Uh-oh. Hill of Suicide should be not this hill, but maybe the next hill. Yeah, probably this here. Oh well. Gray March is afoot. I think we're supposed to be on the Hill of Suicides right now. Let's take a look around. Take a look-see. The looky-loo. Well, I'm not seeing any ghosts per se, but it could also be that it's not the right time of day. Yeah, we're all over the Hill of Suicides right now. Well, maybe it's further up ahead. Yeah, I can tell you that there were ghosts, but I don't know why they're not appearing. If it's a certain time of day kind of thing. There's a shamble. So the creature's made out of various bones. Yeah, its armor's doing pretty good. Well, that's cool looking. I don't remember any waterfalls on the Hill of Suicides per se. Yeah, it seems this would be the prime hour for ghosts. Okay. I remember it being kind of a larger hill than this, so maybe it's here somewhere. It's too bad there's not a fast travel. don't think this is it. We gotta be getting closer to the end of the Shivering Isles because there's these Knights of Order everywhere. Huh. Well, bummer, man. Bummer, dude. That looks like maybe more the Hill of Suicides over there, but... There's a hunger. Yeah, those are some weird looking things. Haha, you suck. Because they have these giant sucking mouths that they shoot their tongues out of. It's really weird. They're from actually... They were in Morrowind too. Just... This feels like more like the Hill of Suicides. Oh, there's a shambles. This guy's giving us a little more trouble. It's a graveyard. It's I'm with stupid. No, I don't know. Oh, there's the hunger. Let's see if we can. Yeah, look at his mouth. He's got like this weird, like suctiony mouth with a giant tongue. Stop flicking me, bro. Don't do it. No gnarls. Yeah, they were saying these scallions and grummites have, like, spellcasters. It's pretty crazy. They can turn invisible. Oh, I thought that might have been a ghost. Well, this says the Hill of Suicides. I wonder if it's only during the day that you see them. That'd be pretty crazy. Well, at least the place looks a little less gloomy during the day. It can get downright depressing. Well, maybe that's it over there. I think we've been here before, though. I have a feeling. Ah, there's the Hill of Suicides, I think. And there's a bramble. That's the thing we were looking for. Or a gnarl. Look at all those eyes. Oh, and it has amber on it, so we got our amber. Yeah, this is the Hill of Suicides. So, I guess all the dead come here after they die in dementia, I'm guessing at least. If not the Shivering Isles. Yep. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Hill of lost wandering souls. Poor unfortunate souls. Just wasting the days away. I don't know what that one guy in Crucible thinks it's so much more exciting that he wants to go here versus in Crucible. But, you know, whatever. Okay. Let's see. There's a town here. We didn't find any towns in yet in Mania, but we'll look more once we become Duke. All right, New Sheath Palace. Let's see how we can become Duke, and we can do as the Duke does. The Duke do as the Duke does.
Blessings, citizen.
Oh, he's in his studies. Being such a responsible ruler. Feel guilty now. I shouldn't tell him directly, I don't think. I was just to speak with his steward. I know Gunlar is part of his court, but I don't think it's his... I think his steward is a lizard. Good old Felmore swamp wine. What is he imbibing? Thaydon's wine, huh? His own custom wine. With a little bit of green moat in it. Okay. Good day to you.
How can I help you this fine day?
No.
Those shambles are dangerous. Make sure to stand back if you kill one.
Oh, no kidding.
Such a kind and noble man. In times like these, it's good to have a leader who still enjoys all the modern pleasures Mania has to offer.
But what if he were to somehow pass away suddenly of a green moat overdose? Like, not that I would know anything. Pleasures.
Well, yes. Apart from enjoying his painting, reading a good book, or a rousing night of erotic bedroom games. I'm speaking of Greenmote, of course. There is no greater pleasure. If I didn't have such a busy daily routine, I'd likely indulge myself in its pleasures more often.
Bedroom, exotic bedroom games. You mean like Twister or chess or something? Daily
At the
routine.
risk of being rude, I must confess I don't like talking about the specifics of my routine. Thaden has too many enemies that may turn that knowledge against him. He depends on me quite dearly. At the risk of being rude, I must confess I don't like talking about the specifics of my routine. Thaden has too many enemies that may turn that knowledge. We'll see. Oh, excellent. I accept. Very well. I see little harm in telling you. After a bit of reading in the garden and running my special errand at noon, I like to shop at Books of Bliss.
Ooh.
Around 8 p.m. we are served dinner.
An educated
Gundlar is quite a
person.
chef and prepares Thaden's meals personally, adding just a hint of Greenmote. After that, we dance, we sing, or we do whatever else suits my lord's tastes.
Like put on put on a play or something? Or green mote?
Green mote is the refined version of the spores that are harvested from the spore trees that dot Mania. We keep the green mote safely tucked inside the green mote silo. You can imagine the ruckus if its location was known. Only a select few, such as myself, know the silo's location. However, we are sworn to secrecy.
You don't say.
There isn't enough gold or enough jokes in the world that would convince me to tell you where the green mote is located. For you, of course. I'll take that. For every little bit helps. Thank you. How kind. There isn't a... Yes, I must attend to him. Speaking to you has already cost me time. I
don't know. I think you're well compensated. What do you know?
What can I do for you? I've heard of such a grand place. Ah, to imagine all that wonderful green moat under one roof. Every resident of Split has a double living in the town.
Weird.
May all your days be filled
Split must be a Mania town where it's split in two.
Welcome to the House of Mania.
And there's twins for every person in the town. That'd be interesting to see. I'm guessing they just got done with their whatever he's having them do.
Ah, you again. A pleasure, I'm sure. No time for chatter now. I have a few important things to attend to. Or did I? Ah, well.
Alright, so we gotta figure out where the screen moat... into this... move the... What time is it? It's past noon. Where'd she go? I have to wait again. Till tomorrow. I think we're probably broke from bribing her, but hopefully we can, as the Duke of Mania, we can recoup that in taxes. Gonna be having my green moat fun times with my court on the taxpayer dime. So evil. So tricky. Okay. Sheridan or what? Let's see. We picked the most inconspicuous armor to follow her with. This is too conspicuous. They'll notice. Let's do something different. Oh. There we go. It's less conspicuous. Is the green moat silo and the dementia court? Let's just save here. I know she said she went to the bookstore. Batman. Whoa. there a secret passage? I've observed Wide-Eye activating the secret entrance to the Greenwood silo. I need to get inside and procure 2 extra doses of the potent drug without getting caught. Oh man. It's gonna be a little tricky, I have a feeling. Wow. Don't mind me. I'm just minding my own business. Oh, no, 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 no. Where'd she go? It's quite the underground root system. Did she just drop off? How'd she get there? Oh, okay. I was gonna say. Wow, that's a lot of green mode. I've obtained 2 doses of the green mode. I now need to sneak into Thaden's kitchen sometime for 8 o'clock and attempt to slip an extra dose into his evening meal and into his wine without being seen. Otherwise, try again tomorrow night. Gudlar, prepare the meal in the morning, so I'll have to wait until the afternoon to poison his food. Okay. Is there a easier way to get out of here? Gotta be a better way. This is pre-Skyrim. This is when you had to traverse the same level over and over again. No, leave me alone. feel like I'm indulging in the spice from Dune or something. I have to wait till tomorrow afternoon, it sounds like. Just get me out of here. Yes, don't mind me.
Greetings.
Flesh atronachs are
I just happened to be admiring the bust. I have no idea about any secret passage. I think he's already having his afternoon meal. So I'll have to wait. You have to put some in his wine and put some in his food. Maybe stealth missions are not my forte.
Halt, lawbreaker. You'll
Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. Do you have any invisibility potions? Crazy.
You thought you could.
She just looks disappointed. Ugh.
A cow. You'll come.
Just wait. I hear some footsteps. I should summon Haskell. Okay. Crazy. His Where's his wine?
Halt, a coward. You'll come with.
I remember there being two last time.
You thought you. You thought you. Halt, lawbreaker.
Oh, come on.
Halt, law.
See nothing. It's,
You thought you...
this is depressing.
You thought you... Halt, law.
Maybe we can fight my way out of
They will
this.
set... Eta Oriole! For the Mad God! Eta Oriole!
Oh my gosh.
Eta...
I got arrowed up the butt. Okay. Now I've got it out for Thadon. Alright, poisoning your food. And it makes it look like I need to do something else. Is your wine here somewhere? Yeah. That's what you get. Oh. Now I have to suffer for it. Oh my gosh. I'll be able to sit down for a while.
You again. A pleasure, I'm sure. No time for chatter now.
Welcome to the House of Mania.
Are you feeling a little bit hungry, buddy? Maybe a little bit of wine? A little bit of food?
It's like being born. So new and so alive.
Why? Why am I a monster?
Hi.
Whatever happens, I'm sorry. It's not me.
All hail the victor of Cylon. All hail
Yes, Sylar, the Torch of Mania. Are you hungry, dude?
The great torch shines as a beacon of mania.
Are you excited for your nightly feasts and whatever else you guys do? Am I stuck here? Okay, I guess I'll watch from afar. I don't know if I want to watch.
Oh, my, yes. I feel especially delighted this evening. Perhaps it's time I recited my latest soliloquy.
I'm a bit bored to death.
The lady fair, our love is told, with hair as fine as soft spun gold, lips as red as a sun-drenched dawn, skin as soft as a newborn fawn, eyes as blue as a cerulean sea. What? My heart can't breathe. Help me. Oh.
After Thaden rose to deliver an soliloquy, it was pretty weird. He clutched his heart and fell to the ground, dead. I should now collect as much of his tainted blood as possible. Messed up. Obtained Thaden's drug tainted blood. Now I need to make my way to Elder Barn Soul at the Sigillum. All of this. Just crazy. Madness, I say. Madness. Like, basically Batman now. What's up, man? How's it going?
You have things to do. Talking to me is
But I got... Oh, I know what I have to do.
speak. When you're
What else can I help you with on this glorious day?
Oh, I have to go right to the...
God and soul, enrich your mind and guide your heart.
Gross.
You have things to do. We will speak.
Once again has the ritual of accession come full circle. The blood of Thaden has been consumed by Arden Sul's will, and all of Mania welcomes you with open arms.
I hope nobody
Now declare you
poisons me and makes my heart
of the
explode
Shimmering Isles. May
to
your
succeed
light
me.
shine upon all our happiest days.
Most frabjous day.
May Arden Sul enrich your mind and guide your heart.
Yes, enriching of the mind. What's up, man?
You've done it! The ritual is complete, and you've survived! A shame about Theoden, but it's how he would have wanted it to go. Now, on to other...
Wait, I must speak. The ritual must not be completed.
The Duchess of Dementia.
Syl! You dare interrupt me? Only I interrupt me. Like just then. I'm speaking with someone. We'll talk later. Or not. When is later exactly? Not now, I'm sure of that. Guards! I think Syl forgot how to use the door. Kindly show her out, before I forget myself.
Théoden? Dead? You've done this. It was you all along.
Hold your tongue, little Duchess, or I'll tear it from your mouth.
Replacing Théoden with this outsider? This is how it ends. I should have seen this coming.
Calm yourself, Syl. You're making my teeth itch. You still hold your office? I suggest you see to your duties.
No, I see what's going on. I should have seen it before. You conspire to destroy us all. You're a fool if you think I'll allow this to happen.
Fool? Visionary! Change is in the air, Syl. Breathe it deep. Bathe in its scent. Bottle it up. Save some for later.
Order stands at our door. They've taken the fringe. Did you even know? Do you care? And you speak of change.
Change will preserve us. It is the lifeblood of the Isles. It will move mountains. It will mount movements.
No, I can't do this. There has to be a way out. A way to escape.
Then go, Syl. Return to your quarters before I send you back in pieces.
Yes, that's what I'll do. I'll go. The enemy of my enemy orders the key. I'll keep them close.
No! Let her go.
This is not over, Mad God. I give myself to Jiggalag. As a priest of order, I'll be safe. Your empire will crumble before the armies of order.
Oh, what do you expect, bro? I like this. I like what he did with this. This is levitating the cane, though. That was entertaining. After informing Sheogorath of my victory, still the Duchess of Dementia became furious before she stormed out of the St. Callum. She threatened that we hadn't heard the last of her. I should continue speaking to Sheogorath to receive my rewards of office.
Wondering why I let her go, aren't you? I can see it in your face.
Are you losing power?
Mostly in the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I may take those from you when this is done.
Don't take my eyes.
This has never happened before. The ruler of dementia turning traitor? Unprecedented. I've seen others defect, but never a duke. Maybe we're onto something here. We'll see how it plays out. It can't be worse than what's happened before.
You say so.
I did. And I won't say it again. But that's enough about that. You're the ruler of Mania. Oh, just look at you. You're positively beaming. You now have the power to summon golden saints. They've always served the Duke of Mania. I think it's the bright colors. They just love 'em. And here is the Ring of Lordship, a symbol of your new station. Symbols are important. They carry weight in this realm, and others.
You say so.
You would be well served to remember that.
And the fringe?
She was right about that. I can feel it. In my bones. The little ones. The Grey March has swept the Fringe. Aura gathers its forces there as we speak. And I hate when people gather forces in my Fringe! You'll need to put an end to that. Stop them. My army should already be there, but I want you to see what you can do to help. If they continue to marshal their forces there, we won't be able to contain them. Make sure they can't.
Great, I'm a Duke of a dying empire. Thanks, buddy.
It swept the Fringe! That's not good! See if you can't hold them off there, because if you can't, everyone is going to die. No pressure.
No pressure.
They'll get more and more active as the Grey March continues. If they've already taken the Fringe, they must have one there already.
Oh, they're all throughout the whole realm. I've been fighting them all this time.
I hate those things.
Dude, bro, not cool. Okay, so what does the priest of dementia have to say?
You've made your choice and forsaken the name Arden Sul.
All right, crazy events happening. So we are now the Duke of Mania. We poisoned the old Duke and he's dead. And the Duchess of Dementia is seceded Sheogorth's rule. And Sheogorth himself admits that his rule is crumbling. So we're gonna try to do this last ditch effort to try to stop order from entering. Oh boy, I really want to stop order. That's my goal.
The ritual is complete. Arden Sul.
All right. Well, until next time, we'll see you for another adventure in the Shivering Isles. Until then.